Today we're learning even more about the power of the doll. Story of an icon. The legend. Ken.
We're here visiting the injection-molded mansion of one of the coolest cultural icons of the past 5 decades. Let's see if he's home.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there.
Imagine running out of Ken jokes. Not me. Not ever. Barbie. 96 pages. The last one had 100. Oh, lame. Bro, I actually counted. She wear 28 outfits. 28 outfits. I counted. I'm not weird. 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 Bro, I'm not weird. From cultural icon to box office camp, Barbie is an icon. Perhaps the best known toy in the world. A Mario Robbie pointed out in an interview for Time Cover Story the word Barbie has the sort of enviable global recognition only achieved by brands like Coca-Cola. I want to go get some Coca-Cola, baby. 2 icons in one shot. So beautiful. While there have been a number of animated Barbie movies and series on Nickelodeon and streaming services, Barbie is the first live-action film starring the doll to premiere in theaters. Yay! Alright. Yeah, I'm just letting you read this. I wanna. Let's get some fun stuff. Let's get some fun stuff. My Barbie. Barbie. Bro, I just spilled that. Bro. See, there's a moral to the story of my video. Do not be drinking your Coca-Cola while you talking about Barbie. All right, more blah blah blah. Yeah, I'll get that. Okay, I'll get that. Oh, fine. I know you're telling me that through the screen. I'll clean it up. Okay, bye. All right, that's some pizza I forgot to eat yesterday. Anyway, it did not taste good anyway. Blah 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 blah. Trying to look for something I want to read here. Oh, this was kind of boring, but a little hard at the end. America's Sweetheart. Barbie's arrival transformed the toy business, turned Mattel into a financial powerhouse, and changed the way we think about dolls. Birth of a superstar. Thanks to the risky plan of a determined businesswoman, Barbie arrived in 1959 and revolutionized the toy industry and the culture at large. These are some OG Barbies. OG Barbie. The real Barbie. Barbie Blueprint. The golden age of the toy industry in the United States dates to the turn of the 20th century, a period that saw the introduction of talking dolls, the erect door set, the flexible flyer sled, Crayola crayons. Crayola crayons? Those are toys, bro. And Lincoln logs. Through inexpensive German-made imports still dominated the U.S. market, the outbreak of World War I in 1914 changed the dynamic as the flow of European toys came to a halt. To fill the void, U.S. makers cranked out dozens of low-priced offerings. By the time the war was over in 1918, there was more than... Why are we learning about war in the Barbie book? Alright, where's something interesting? Oh, let's see. It says Barbara Handler. Barbara Handler, Ruth and Elliot's daughter, turned 14 that year and was too old for dolls. But when Barbara was younger, she and her friends had rejected Betsy, Wetsy, Raggedy Ann, and others that encouraged her to roleplay. Instead, they spent hours with grown-up-looking paper dolls that came with elaborate wardrobes the girls would cut out and use for the games of make-believe, projecting their future selves into the small figures. For years, Ruth had tried to convince designers at Mattel to create a three-dimensional version of Barbara's favorites. She got nowhere. The designers, all men, had objected, saying that such a mature-looking doll would not sell because mothers would not buy it for their daughters. Well, guess what? You were wrong! What's more, creating such a doll who looked like a teenager or college student or career woman would be too difficult and expensive, making the tiny clothes that Ruth described with pleats and bias-cut fabrics would be impossible. Impossible. Yet the effort had not proved too challenging for Greiner and Hauser. In 1956, while on vacation in Europe, Ruth found the doll that had been describing to her staff, Bill Lilly, an oft-repeated toy industry lore handler, and her two children. Barbara and Ken, Baby and Ken, were wandering the streets of Switzerland one day when they came across a toy shop with a window featuring a very adult-looking doll that had become popular with young girls. While Ken bolted inside, Ruth and Barbara stood outside to admire Lily. Like her successor, Lily was 11.5 inches tall and had a small waist, large breasts, and long legs. She was wearing a fashion-forward outfit. Ruth bought two of the dolls, and later, when she came across more versions, purchased those as well. Upon Ruth's return to California, Mattel's staff got their marching orders. Create an adult fashion doll. If it wasn't possible in the United States, they should look elsewhere. The toy, when the company's top designer, Jack Ryan, set off for Tokyo on a business trip, Ruth handed him a lily and told him to find a manufacturing partner. There were a couple of stumbling blocks. The Japanese at first were put off by the doll's looks, according to Forever Barbie, because she looked kind of mean. True. Plus, Mattel wanted their doll to be a soft vinyl that required her to be rotation molded, a specialized technology. But the company persisted and within a few months signed a deal with a novelty maker. Novelty maker. Production plans moved ahead for the doll, by this time dubbed Barbie after the handler's daughter. Ruth looked to developing its wardrobe. Choice was less about a love of fashion than a strategy for a healthy revenue stream. Elliott referred to it as the razor and razor blade model. Get consumers hooked on the razor, the doll in this case, and they have to buy the blades, dresses, he told Time in 1962. Through an art school in Los Angeles, the handlers found a design instructor, Charlotte Johnson, to take charge of outfitting Barbie. Meticulous and sophisticated, Johnson was the perfect fit for Mattel. She had worked briefly on zippers, seamstresses who could sew tiny darts and hems, and accessories such as bags and hats. We're not designing doll clothes as such, but miniature fashions executed to scale, Johnson said in 1964. Everything is very intricate and everything has to be extremely accurate. Absolutely beautiful. Could definitely tell a lot of that by, the 60s. Doll clothes were so freaking high quality for Barbie. And, they really aren't like that anymore. Not as much so. Barbie with a flop. Because of some Karens. You don't really have to read all of that. It's just Karens. Karens didn't like her. Today, Barbie is sold in more than 150 countries and represents a fifth of Mattel's business. Sales of Barbie products in 2022 reached nearly $1.5 billion. Yo. Totally hair Barbie! Through it all, Barbie survived multiple controversies. Yay! At least at the cash register. Perhaps the most infamous example was Teen Talk Barbie. Teen Talk Barbie. The most evil Barbie. Most evil Barbie. His catchphrases included, math class is tough. On her release, the best controversy I've ever seen. I'm so glad that the OG Barbie outfit was in the movie. If you're wondering what he's wearing, it's supposed to be Bendy Legs Ken from 1965. Alright, what? Where'd the sentence? Whatever. woman behind Barbie. When Greta Gerwig embarked upon her journey to create a story about a doll with no personality or inner life. Wow! You're roasting you. She turned to Barbie's history for inspiration. Mattel, Barbie's parent company, led the filmmaker through an immersion experience that outlined the iconic fashion doll's long history, from her debut in 1959 to her current status as the world's most recognizable toy, with over a billion dolls sold. Gerwig latched onto the relationship between Barbie's inventor Ruth Handler and Handler's daughter Barbara, for whom Barbie is named. A Barbie movie is only ever going to be a mother-daughter movie on so many levels because it was Ruth Handler and Barbara. That was the relationship, the director told Time. Yay! True that. And so Handler, who died in 2002 at age 85, anyway, had to be a part of the movie. Yeah, she did. She first appears as a mysterious woman in a 1950s style kitchen tucked inside Mattel's headquarters. I was so happy. I was like, yes. Look at that dress. As Barbie hints, Ruth Handler was a complex woman. In 1978, she and several other Mattel executives were indicted by a federal grand jury for conspiracy, mail fraud, and giving the Securities and Exchange Commission false financial statements for the company. Interesting. I don't know what any of this means, honestly. Handler pleaded no contest. Seriously, don't know what any of this is. She was fined $57,000 in 1978. Yo, that's a lot of money. And sentenced to 2,500 hours of community service. Like crud. Handler had a second act in 1980 selling a totally different product. During a scene in Barbie, Handler references her mastectomy, and the Barbie creator did indeed battle breast cancer. She saw a need for lifelike growth. Yay, more words I cannot pronounce. Ruth and Barbie touched hands twice in the movie, once over tea and again at the end of the film. Gerwig modeled the hand touch on the fresco of God giving life to Adam that appears on the ceiling of the Stein Chapel. Here, Ruth, as God instills life not in the first man but in woman, specifically a doll who has long been a symbol of what womanhood ought to be, for better or worse. That is interesting. It's art imitating art. When Barbie leaves Barbieland, she is leaving a matriarchal version of Eden to enter a much messier real world. Turns out, in Barbie anyway, that God is a woman, and a rather complicated one at that. Yeah, there's some theories about that. Just some actions to some scenes in Barbie in the book of Genesis. And I think that just really proves that we were all made in the image of God, and that doesn't necessarily mean our bodies and we look and stuff. That means like our brains and our minds and our thoughts, our creativity, and the things that we create reflect that. Like, yeah, can find a lot of stuff on the internet about how like different movies and stuff they reflect like biblical concepts. It's really interesting. The interesting thing to look into. We have some Judge Barbies. Barbie's many careers. Through the decades, Barbie stepped out of her plastic box and shattered the glass ceiling. Alright, 1965. Astronaut. Years before man stepped on the moon, Miss Astronaut Barbie unveiled her Project Mercury style spacesuit. It's they were definitely trying to go for a more realistic route. could have been prettier. Alright, surgeon. When Barbie donned her surgical mask, women made up about 5% of all physicians in the United States. Here she is in her little 70s surgeon outfit. Which was actually her first job since she was an astronaut, which was in 1965. So there was a big gap in her getting a new job for some reason. Or she has just like the best job. She was just really busy. She was just really busy being an astronaut, and then like, well, I changed the world this way. Now I need to help some people and change the world this way. as a bloody surgeon. Okay. How do you do surgery on Barbie? How does that work? Wait, is Barbie doing surgery on humans? Is that what's going on? Are we trusting Barbie for this? Air Force Barbie. Well, yeah, my grandpa was in the Air Force, and he definitely wore these jackets all the time. So. The doll debuted just before Air Force pilot Lisa Wilson became the first enlisted woman to fly in combat. Before? This was 1990? That took a long time, first of all. But second of all, Barbie! Oh my gosh, she does everything. She does everything first. She does everything first, man. She does everything first. She was also the first female American president, so. Since 1992, Barbie has run for president in every election year, with running mates included in later iterations. And she keeps being the first female president. It's amazing. Barbie is so amazing. Veterinarian, 1996. With dog and cat patients included, this Barbie also came with a device that made various animal sounds. That is so cute. Oh, that cat is freaking me out. I don't want to look at that anymore. Firefighter, 1994. Wait a second. Why are we going from 1996 to 1994? That was definitely a mistake. But anyway, now an emergency responder. Firefighter Barbie came with a rescue bag and a Dalmatian fire dog. Where's the Dalmatian? I don't want to see the freaky cat. But anyway, I like that. That is a cute doll. I would like that doll. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, look, look. She does it in high heels. She does it in high heels. I love it. She's doing the firefighter in the, in the high heels. I like how her hair is still super long. It's just tied back. That's awesome. All right. Women's World Cup. This soccer-themed Barbie celebrated Mia Hamm, a star forward on the United States women's national team, 1998. There she is. I see a lot of soccer Barbies at Walmart and stuff. And man, why is the 90s ones? It just shows how much better quality the 90s ones were. NASCAR driver Barbie put the pedal to the metal to celebrate the 50th anniversary of NASCAR with an authentic racing uniform. Of course, it's Hot Wheels themed. Oh, and Coca-Cola? That's random. Alright. Teacher! Ooh, an art teacher. Little sister Kelly learned about art from Barbie and even wore a matching outfit. The set came with supplies to create real-world art projects. It's funny, like every single one of her, well, yeah, almost all of her sisters, maybe besides Stacy, have had the teacher be Barbie. Newborn baby doctor. Barbie entered the hospital yet again. This time she came with newborn twin babies in fully furnished nursery. Aww, that's so cute. This journalist Barbie doll came with a code inside each package that unlocked career-themed content online. Aw, look at that! Look at it! Look at that! I love that Barbie. Alright, 2011 Architect. In 2010, Mattel had the public vote on Barbie's next career. Interesting. The following year, Architect Barbie was unveiled. Here she is. Yoga instructor. This career iteration created some online buzz and controversy for including a dog instead of more yoga-centric props. For what? That's so random. Okay, President Barbie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is first Vice President Barbie. Doesn't seem to matter what I do. None of it's true. 2016 Game Developer. As a departure from Barbie's signature glam, Mattel aimed to create an industry-inspired design with realistic gear. Yeah! Oh my gosh, look at that Barbie. Oh my gosh, wait. I had this Barbie. I had it. Robot engineer. Interesting. Designed to interest girls in STEM jobs, this Barbie came with a robot that could be bent and reconfigured. Yo. I like her shirt. Oh my gosh. Basketball player. This Barbie had 22 joints throughout her body so that she could be moved to represent an athletic range of motion. Wow. That's honestly pretty awesome. Alright, Space Discovery. I had an astronaut doll in this episode. Two of these Barbies were launched aboard a rocket in 2022 and spent months on the International Space Station. Wow! Barbie went to space for real, guys. Hello. I am back. My grandma is watching TV. I hope that you can't hear that. It's the end of the day now, and not gonna be finishing this, obviously. Maybe just go a little bit into the next chapter. It's about Ken. So, boy toy. The history of Barbie's most famous accessory. How disrespectful. Ken. In the Barbie movie, Ken is just Ken. But who is Ken? Or perhaps the better question is, why is Ken? That is the better question. He is not the peanut butter to Barbie's jelly. No, he's the neon pink plate that Barbie would use while eating an impeccably made PB&J. That is a good freaking way to put it. Ken Ken is a piece of delicious but wholly unnecessary arm candy for Barbie, a woman who can do it all on her own. For the last 64 years, she has been doing just that, holding down more than 200 jobs, including Air Force pilot, robotics engineer, baby doctor, Mars explorer. Yeah, we've all been seeing all these. Other than putting out their famous multi-hyphenates and I don't know, just shame. All Barbie's boyfriend does, according to Greta Gerwig's film, is beach. He does beach, and he's really good at it. Okay, he's a professional at beach. He's the best at beach. Which, as Barbie's Uber Ken, Uber, I read that as Uber. I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Ryan Gosling noted throughout the movie's press tour is a difficult occupation to define. Well, if Ken can't define it's almost like it's not a real job or something. And certainly not one to brag about. This might be why Gosling's Ken is in the midst of an existential crisis. Listen to Ken's blonde fragility ballad, I'm Just Ken, to understand how deep the prototypical himbo's inferiority complex runs. Or should we say skates? That was good. Okay. I have always loved the term inferiority complex because I like to use it to describe myself sometimes. I love Ken. He's so easy to relate to. Like we're all just Ken. We're all just Ken. We can't all be Barbie. We're not all Barbies, right? Guys, we're not all Barbies. We're all just Ken. Barbie's plus one has finally realized something the rest of us have known forever. It's Barbie's world, and he's just living in it. I know until he steals her house and stuff. So if you're wondering, doing beach literally just means he comes like this. So it's accurate. You see at Walmart, you might find Barbies that do beach, but then you'll find the other half of them like they do all kinds of random stuff. But the Kens, there's like no more Kens. There's no Ken sets. There's no sets for Ken. He genuinely, like, he barely ever gets jobs. Barely ever, but, like, the only, like, times we see Ken with jobs, it's just like a beach doll where they just come with the outfit and nothing else. The only sets I've seen for Ken before have been like shaving Ken. And this is this is this works for the movie. I've actually seen one Ken that didn't come with a Barbie, but he did come with a horse. So we've had a horse Ken that I have seen in real life. And here it talks about Ken's actual jobs. He's had like 35. So Ken has held nearly 40 jobs in his 62 years. Astronaut, hamburger chef, country western singer. That one makes sense. And lifeguard. He's not a lifeguard. He's not a lifeguard. That's a common misconception. The most common occupation, 12 Kens have held the not so flattering job title of beach bum. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have bum in the name. The thing is, everybody calls him Beach Ken, but if you see what, like, on the tag thing that shows the price, it's like a piece of plastic on the bottom, of where the doll is on the rack thing. It just says Ken Beach. And I think we should start calling Beach Ken Beach, because it just sounds even more ridiculous. And the more ridiculous, the more Ken. You see what I'm saying? Perhaps Ken's questionable employment is why he has never procured a dream house of his own. He did finally get his own car in 2012. What? Red Mini Cooper with a set of vanity license plates. Ken. Just say Ken. Of course. Ken was named after Kenneth Handler, the son of Ruth and Elliot Handler. The original Ken always claimed he was nothing like his namesake. But despite thinking... Wait. What? Where do I... Oh. Namesake toy. Ken doll is malleable, he told the Los Angeles Times in 1989. He goes to the beach and surfs. He is all these perfect American things. As a teen, the real Ken played the piano and went to movies with subtitles. I was a nerd, a real nerd, he explained. All the girls thought I was a jerk. He's too nerdy to be a Ken. Okay. He's an Alan. Ken, the real Ken, was an Alan. It's canon. Historical canon. No, but I love Ken being described by Ken himself as being all these perfect American things. It's just the most stereotypical, like, American surfer dude. That's who he is. And it's just who he is. Despite thinking Barbie was, a handler who died of brain tumor in 1994 told the Los Angeles Times, despite thinking Barbie was a bimbo. Ken is a bimbo. Anyway, he got such a kick out of seeing little girls line up outside his mother-in-law's Wyoming home in 1963 to meet the real Ken. They were so sweet and so terrific, he said. It was so important to them. That is so sweet. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They spelled Kennergy correctly. See. And only official merchandise. It's spelled like Ken -RGY. My dudes, that is wrong, okay? They be spelling Mattel. Mattel is spelling a word that doesn't even exist incorrectly. A fitting term for the mysterious aura each Ken possesses. Mysterious aura. So mysterious. Sugar Daddy Ken, or as Mattel tried to explain, Sugar's daddy. Ken. The dog's name was Sugar. Sure. He's spoken out against the hypocrisy that popped up online after some argued that he was too old to play Ken. Suddenly it's like, no, we've cared about Ken this whole time. Something said about the not my Ken. Not my Ken. I remember that. I was one of them, bro. I was one of them. Like, man, I thought the trailer was fake. I thought the trailer was fake because Ken looked so old. Like, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it. If you ever really cared about Ken, you would know that nobody cared about Ken, so your hypocrisy is exposed. This is why his story must be told. Okay. No, I watched that. I saw him say that on the show thing, and it was on YouTube, and I felt like he was just like talking to me. I was like, oh, okay, bro, okay. I'm sorry. When Barbie Gaslight attempts to do the impossible, proves that while Ken certainly isn't Barbie, he's always been Kenough. Bringing Barbie to life! Wait, this is the second chapter? What do you mean? What? Well, since we're on the second chapter, I think it's fair to stop right here. The suspense. Especially because I know that I'm getting really tired. I'm starting to talk really slow. And I keep saying the wrong stuff. I keep saying these things I'm not supposed to say. I'm like, I'm just like, I'm having brain farts and all this. Like, I'm not even knowing what I'm saying and stuff. So I have to keep redoing the video and deleting stuff. And I'm just really tired. I don't really like feel tired, but I think this really proves that I am and I should stop now. So, part 2 coming soon.